This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. On 2nd and 7, Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
54, Mike, 54. I'm here all day. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Mixon with a first down carry. This will go for 5 up to the 33. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Dalton. Dancing, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Nick Bosa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
To throw on third down, Dalton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, there has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. On 2nd and 1, Garoppolo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Watch the screen. Hey. Kill. Shift.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I got you.
So Dalton now. Got his man. It's Eifert. 16 yards, a 1st down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. 2nd and 5 now. Dalton. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Good side, baby. That's big side.
Here you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 42.
Dalton here from the gun. And Eifert has it. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the... Got it with a 1st and 10. Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
The Bengals on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I smell fear in that offense.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A first throw for the backup Jackson. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
That's right, baby.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Here we go. We're good. We're good, man.
On first down, Mixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Dalton. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And able to find Green. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. Garoppolo to try again on second down. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
21.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, they're in the second quarter at Lambeau. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Dalton going up top. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Matthews, the intended target. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, exit.
Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Right here, guys. Fight.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Here we go.
Check.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. On the screen, this is Coleman. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So what a call there. They get 9 on the fake punt and a first down. So they snap it straight to the up man. What's his responsibility? Normally, obviously, just to protect, but he's got to be a guy that can be pretty agile too, right?
Yeah, without a doubt, because you're talking about a guy, even in protection, he may have to slide up and down the line of scrimmage to pick up someone who comes through trying to block a punt. So you know he's got that ability to move. But oftentimes, it's usually a running back, a fullback, someone who's used to having the ball in their hands, and he's able to pick up the first down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
21. Alpha.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And he fires one, but incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, Actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. He sets to fire deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
On the return is Pettis.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
54 is Mike.
Andy Dalton. He's got Green. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Hey, check.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Hey, echo.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Here you go, can.
I'm coming.
Hands up.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And Quigley now on to punt as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. That brings up 3rd down.
When you can count on one hand the number of completions you've had in a game and we're in the second half, that tells you it's really not been your day.
Yeah, but you're losing. You can't just abandon the passing game altogether.
Yeah, maybe you can get hot, string a few together, and get rolling.
Garoppolo now. And now Garoppolo lost the football. And to the 49-yard line, but no further. And obviously he is well short of the first.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. He was looking for Matthews that time, and it's third down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Check 52.
Six! Get hot!
Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 21. Garoppolo again. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up in that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe you can expect more passes like that downfield. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Go ahead, go ahead.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Get that quarterback at all times. Mike 52.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11.
Nice.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey, defense, let's go. Hey, watch.
Dalton here from the gun.
6-man.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ronald Blair drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
No, this is nothing.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Bengals going for it. Here's Dalton. Green brings it in. And all the way down to the 39. 4th down On conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Taken down back at the 42.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Check right 54.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This to make it a 3-score game late. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this score will stay right where it is. Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game. And that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. And it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch Mike. It's just me and you.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are back within a single score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Mixon. A big chunk of yardage there, 37 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They try and run on first down, but this one going to lose a couple yards as they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now it's Mixon running right. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Dalton hovering near the goal line. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game